Hi, I'm Debbie Peterson, founder of the Wellness Gala. We promote the healing benefits of integrative medicine and holistic choices accessible to everyone. I've experienced their life-changing results firsthand. I can't wait to share these options with you in Season 5 of our show, Balance Your Life. Each week, along with my co-hosts Barb and Dina, we'll be bringing you experts in fitness, food, health, beauty, and wellness with options, tips, and techniques for a balanced mind, body, and spirit. Today we're at the Illuminate Film Festival coming from Sedona, Arizona, where we talk with founder Danette Wolpert. And then we spoke with spiritual leader Sister Jenna. But first, Balance Your Life was live in Sedona with renowned psychic medium James Van Praagh. I hope you enjoy watching. Hi everyone, we're here at the Illuminate Film Festival in Sedona, Arizona, and we're with James Van Praagh, who is a renowned psychic medium. He's a pioneer in the field and a New York Times bestselling author. James, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
We are so excited.
So
excited. And would you just tell everybody quickly what the difference between a psychic and a medium is?
Sure, because a lot of people don't know that.
Right.
It's two very different things. So everybody's psychic for one degree or another. We all have intuition, and we know things. It's a knowing, it's a feeling, it's perceiving things.
Right.
A medium is someone who's very, very psychic, but then they go to a higher level of vibration in their mind, and they open up to receive spirit who comes in their mindset, and they receive impressions, memories, personalities, and details heave out to the loved one on the earth. And two very different things. Mm-hmm. So it's important that people know the two different things.
Right, and every medium is psychic, correct?
Right. Well, every medium is psychic, not every psychic is a medium.
Right. Exactly.
And you're an evidential medium.
I'm an evidential medium, and mediumship really is evidential in that, proving life after death. That's really what it is. And it's funny because the term psychic medium, like, well, you got to be psychic to be a medium, so I don't understand that.
Right. So why do we do it?
Right.
Yeah. Well, people know it that way, I guess.
Right. Would you been around for a long time?
I'm old. Yeah, I've been a long time. I'm old.
Because we have been watching you for years. I have to say that actually, I would say it was in the early 90s. I had a death from someone very close to me. And I read your book, Talking to Heaven.
Yes, Talking to Heaven.
And I remember every day I would sit with it. And I didn't know a lot about this world at that time. And you really, that book touched me. It helped me heal. It helped my grief lessen a lot. And I was a fan from then on, really, truly. And it really educated me a lot about this spiritual path that we're all on.
I remember being a kid and coming home and watching your TV show.
Oh, the Beyond show.
And it gave me some type of peace and hope. I was a kid in Catholic school, so there was a lot of fear there. But this gave peace and hope. And I mean, all your work does, but even as a very young person, it affected me.
Yes, correct. I think it speaks to your soul.
Yeah.
And you can't deny that soul feeling. Yes. So the soul to soul, there's a recognition to that. Oh, this feeds my soul. I understand this. And it's not complicated. The truth is very simple, but humans like to make it complicated. But the truth is simple. It's really what it is. So your soul recognizes the truth.
That's amazing. And we know you do a host of other things.
A lot of things. Some people, I'm not bored.
No, that's right. I know many books. You have a mystery school.
The JP School of Mystical Arts, and that's my legacy. And it's online. It's the #1 online spiritual school done by someone in the field.
Yes.
And it's over 46 different courses, from lifetime transformational courses, healing courses, psychic phenomena courses, or a mediumship courses, certification courses. So it's called the JP School of Mystical Arts, and it's a great community we have.
So, have you seen a change or evolution in the public?
Yes.
What you do?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, when I first, when I was 20-something, young 20s, I went to a medium from England. And I came out to California to be a sitcom writer because I'm funny, so I thought I'd make a living on it. So my friend of mine was working at a temp agency, and she said, "Do you want to go see a medium?" And I said, "What is a medium?" She went to talk to dead people. So, oh, okay, I don't believe in it, but I'll go. So I went with her. The first thing this gentleman said to me is, "You're going to help change the consciousness of the planet." And I said, "I just want to be a sitcom writer. I don't want to..."
I don't want to do all that.
No, in 2 years' time, the spirit world are going to use you. Like, okay, sure. So what happened was I started meditating, because the guy was very good. And I started meditating, wanted to find out more about it. So 2 years had passed, and I'm doing all these temporary jobs. So I worked at a bunch of temporary jobs, and it was very interesting because one job I was working at, one afternoon, my co-worker came into the room and he said, "Lady behind you, a spirit." And I told her it was a grandmother I'm filling in, told her things about this lady. Yes, that's my grandmother. She died in Idaho, and everything you said makes sense. And I freaked out when the first time I did a reading. And I ran back to my apartment, and there was a call, so I called that medium guy. And I told him, I said, don't you remember the Spirit's prediction? In 2 years, you're going to do you become a medium? I said,
Wow.
oh, yeah. He goes, James, it's 2 years today. Exactly.
Wow.
Yes, that's 3 years today. That was the very beginning.
It's great you kept his number.
Yeah, that's great. That's your number. We're still friends. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
So let's talk a little bit about the movie. Congratulations.
Thank
This
you.
is fantastic. I believe it's going to change consciousness on many levels to many people.
Yeah. It's a perfect timing for fear to come out with facing
Yes.
fear, because a lot of us live in fear and the media shows fear all the time. So it's good to understand what fear is.
Yeah.
How it motivates us, and don't let it own us. We can take control of that. And it's really just a motivator, if you will. And we can use it as lives in a positive way and not be destroyed by it. We build up from it. So it's a great movie. A lot of experts in the field, spiritual field, and scientists, and it's worth watching. It's a great film.
Who'd everybody watch? So what's next for you? You're always doing so. What's next for me?
Is there anything left on the bucket list? Could you don't ever
I might be writing a musical soon, a spiritual musical, yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to be touring with some British mediums in Europe, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
What a smash!
That's fantastic.
Well, we are thrilled that you took the time out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Asked me. Thank
By
you.
the way, best birthday present to my friend.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Scorpio.
Yeah.
No, very good. And you were a
Aquarius.
Aquarius. Very
What
good.
are you?
Good combination. Virgo.
Okay.
First degree Virgo.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. So, how can people find out more about
Well, my website is vanpraagh.com, VANPRAAGH, for the JDP School of Mystical Arts.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. Thank
We'll be
you.
right back.
So Barb, what are you making us today?
So today we have chicken Mexican street tacos.
Excellent. They look so good.
Yeah, they're really delicious. So these are a little different than the normal tacos that you would get in a restaurant. They're very, very simple. Once again, they have corn tortillas, not flour, and you fry them up in a pan with nothing in there, no oil. Just put them in the bottom of a pan till they start to brown, flip them over, and that's it. Very easy, but that's how you do this particular shell. So I made some chicken that has chili powder, cumin, put a little garlic powder on there, onion powder, and just fried it up, cut it into chunks. You can also do this with steak. You can do it with pork. You can do it with ground beef. But today we're doing chicken because it's very, very healthy.
All right.
So with this taco, it is just the chicken and some Mexican cheese called cojito. And I actually have a package here in case people have never heard of it or never seen it.
Okay.
This is what it looks like. You can get it at your grocery store.
Right.
And it's very, very crumbly. I'm going to show you how crumbly it is. Super, super crumbly. And my hands are clean. And that is basically what a street taco is.
Yeah. Little cilantro?
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes, and cilantro on
All
top.
right, great.
So you can put pickled onions, which I
Yeah, I've
love
seen 'em
on
like
there.
that,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you can see them sometimes. They serve them with that. I also made a little sour cream with some cilantro in there because I like a little of that in mine.
Yeah.
And then some lime juice.
Perfect.
And that's it. Very,
Yum.
very simple, very delicious.
Oh, I can't wait to try them.
Yeah, let's eat.
Okay.
I'd like to invite you to my new show that I wrote at the request of my late daddy. It's called Hoodwinked from Heaven. Now, Daddy always wanted me to be a country singer, but I fell in love with Mozart when I was 15 years old, and I never looked back. Until my daddy got Alzheimer's and he asked me to write some country and pop songs that he could listen to before he moved on to heaven. Now, little did I know my daddy knew exactly what he was doing to get me back to singing in a pair of cowboy boots.
Hi, everyone. We're here today at the Illuminate Film Festival in Sedona, Arizona, and we're with the founder and executive director, Danette Wolpert. Danette, thank you for being here with us, and thanks for doing all this.
Thanks for having us also. This has been great.
Yes.
It's such a pleasure that you all are here.
Oh, thank you. And tell us, how did you get started?
Well, I started, believe it or not, in the corporate world,
Okay.
in engineering and technology and consulting. And, you know, I just got a sense one day, actually, I was sitting in an office at a client, I think in Chicago, and I saw this magazine open on a table next to me. And it was actually a photo of a woman sort of scaling a mountain, right? And it's just so interesting how that photo, it hit me. This woman is really living her passion. she's alive in what she's doing. And I felt like
There's more.
there's more.
Yeah.
There, absolutely.
Love it.
There's more. And that started me on a very different path. And I always knew that I was all about tapping human potential, all about elevating humanity, making the world a better place. And I just went on a vision quest, which ultimately brought me to Sedona. And within a year of arriving here, the idea of a conscious film festival just sort of came to me. And of course, I had no idea, right, whether this would fly or flop. After my corporate life, I went and dabbled in production. So yes, a little bit. And then, moved into festivals. And before Illuminate, I was the associate director of Miami Film Festival.
Oh, okay.
And so that was closer because I really feel like film is a vehicle, right, of transformation. But I was programming, wonderful social impact documentaries right alongside Cuban zombie movies. And I thought, is this really it?
Yeah.
So I just took that one last step and started Illuminate.
And how many years have you been doing this?
9.
Wow. It's amazing. And how's it evolved over the years?
We started with, a small volunteer team.
Okay.
It was very grassroots. We birthed our first festival with 9 people in 9 months, like a real baby, right? And since then, we have just grown exponentially. And
It was huge.
we really were not sure if this whole thing would fly or flop, because we didn't know if the world was ready for it. We didn't know if the film industry was ready for this. A lot of this was considered too woo-woo, for the masses.
It's ready for it because you are now in 80 countries. Is that correct?
We are.
I mean, talk about making a change and making it on a grand scale.
Well, that is exactly what we learned after, our first installment, which was, okay, we have $1,000 marketing budget. And all of a sudden, right, we thought, okay, if we put 500 people in seats, right, we will have succeeded. And if we bring like 10 people from over Arizona state lines, we will have succeeded. And if we get maybe a world premiere by year 3, we will have succeeded. But in our very first year, we had not 500 people in seats, but 2,500. We had not 10 people from across state lines, but we had folks from 25 states and 11 countries. And we had world premieres in our very first year, including a film called Death Makes Life Possible, which was executive produced by Deepak Chopra and came to the festival. And of course, that helped really put conscious media on the map, and we just took off from there.
Imagine that moment when you think this is your little baby and you're working it and you're doing all these great changes, and then you find out that Deepak is coming to your festival. That had to be...
That's amazing.
Incredible.
It was just a sign. It was just a sign, right? It's not meant to be.
It was right into place.
It was the sign that like the time has come, right? The world is now ready.
The world is changing.
It changes more than ever. Everything that we all do, right? So, and it's not as woo woo. Hopefully, and the way we present it, hopefully, it's not as woo woo as it.
And the masses are now, very familiar with things like meditation.
Yeah.
Right. It's on the cover of Business Week, right? Silicon Valley has invested millions and millions and millions into our own mental health and our own, personal wellness. And so this is just becoming, mainstream.
That's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you had a personal situation that you want to share that a little bit with us?
I haven't shared it a lot. It's still relatively new. It was a personal journey with a health crisis. And in 2018, I was diagnosed with a brain tumor in my pituitary. And while there are many kinds of pituitary tumors, this happened to be the worst kind. And so I had to really, come to terms with what life would be like if I was not healed. And so that led me into a whole process of surrender. And what I realized through all of the healing modalities that I sort of leveraged for my own personal healing journey, I realized that the big karmic lesson of my life, right, was one of surrender, right? Being such a perfectionist and wanting to control the outcome of things and have it be exactly how I pictured it, the festival included, right?
Sure.
It was like really I had to go deep and try to understand what this tumor was trying to tell me. And so I worked with a medical medium. I did a lot of, a whole diverse range of modalities. And the interesting part about it was that 10 years ago, I would not have known a single thing about an alternative modality, period.
But I was trying to bring alternative modalities to
Right.
for the general.
It is amazing. And they obviously work. They heal. You have a story. I have a personal story, as I shared with you on the phone. And it's really, it's miracles. Miracles can happen.
So
Yeah. I didn't know before I watched a film about it, about the strength of the mind-body connection, and I learned about, Joe Dispenza, and I learned about, visualization, and I learned about, really emotional release and the power of that, and about, actually cleansing the body, and, all of that together. I actually learned that from curating many, many, many years of conscious film for Illuminate. And what I realized at the end of that was that Illuminate was my teacher.
you had to trust. You had all of this information and these years worth of education on it, but that surrender was actually you trusting. That was tremendous.
It's a big one. Yeah.
Trust.
Turn it over.
And we're so happy to be sitting here with you. So wonderful.
Yeah. I'm so thrilled to be 100%.
Right.
And to have really a huge amount of support also from this community, from this conscious community.
Pitch in and help you whenever you want.
I spent a year and a half with a medical medium. And do you know how this medical medium came to me?
No.
She was my theater manager.
Oh, that's so funny.
Who volunteered for Illuminate. And she was so compelled by our mission that she volunteered to give me free healing for a year and a half until I was
Really?
100%. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's a great story. I mean, we're so happy that it all worked out.
Thank you.
And
I'm very grateful.
All this, yes, for the world. And you're just going to keep on doing it, right? Any other thoughts about expanding it? Or
Yeah, we've had a lot of discussions over the years about going multi-city.
Countries. I mean, this little body of yours is everywhere.
It is, and we're only going to keep going in terms of our virtual reach. Yes, we are in all 50 states. We're in over 80 countries virtually, and now we're actually thinking about going multi-city in person. So having, something like this right here. Yes, we're going to need help in many cities. So
The news is there are amazing practitioners everywhere, and the more that you're bringing awareness, I think more people are looking for this, and so people who are practitioners who are doing this great work are now getting the visibility and are now, I think, out there more and being true to their abilities because this awareness that you're creating. It's amazing. It's amazing. But yeah, we'd love to be part of this on the.
We definitely need some good conscious film energy on the East Coast, right? Yeah.
So, not only expanding beyond Sedona and the USA, your work continues beyond this weekend, correct?
It does.
People can access. So where can people go to find out how to access these reels and to find out more about you and the festival?
Well, that's very easy. Just go to illuminatefilmfestival.com and click on the virtual screening room, and all of the content will be yours.
Okay. That's wonderful. Well, Danette, thank you so much for taking the time. We know how busy you are this weekend and upcoming week, but it was really a pleasure, and I think so needed for people to know about this.
Well, the pleasure is mine. Thank you so much.
And we'll be right back.
Denville Medical and Sports Rehab Center has been servicing the community for over 30 years. Denville Medical and Sports Rehab Center is not only for athletes. We treat children, seniors, and everyone in between. Denville Medical and Sports Rehab has chiropractic care. Our chiropractors are specially trained in sports medicine, automobile accident, a workers' comp injury, a slip and fall. The 5 most dangerous words are, maybe it will go away. Take your first step towards better health at Denville Medical and Sports Rehab.
Hi, everyone. We're here at the Illuminate Film Festival in Sedona, Arizona, and we just saw the premiere of Facing Fear. And we have Sister Jenna with us today. And thank you for being with us.
Here.
I loved it, actually. Everyone said I was too funny in the film, and I was just being myself.
You are funny. In the
Fabulous.
few minutes that we've been talking to you, and actually, her energy is so calming and beautiful that I can't describe it on camera.
Oh, man.
So tell
Don't
us.
set me up. That means
Oh,
if I ever get upset, they'll be like, she lied.
no. So tell us some of the work that you're doing.
Like everyone here, we just want to make the world a better place. So
That's all.
mostly through media and through my meditation museum in Washington.
Yes, tell us a little bit about that.
It's just great. It's a space you just come into and meditate. And then it's so nice because all the artifacts that we've chosen and all the installations are around like a journey throughout the eyes of the prophets,
Wow.
but also just our own interior journey. So when you come into the space, there's nobody talking at you. You are recognizing yourself through the artwork.
That's beautiful. We're gonna have to go.
We are definitely
We're
going to
so
have
road
to
trip.
go. Yes.
Road trip.
Road trip. Elma and Louise.
Yes, exactly. And you also have a radio program?
We started a radio show about 13 years ago. My mom had breast cancer. It was very advanced.
Oh.
And she is a sweetheart. And so I would pass by her bedroom and she's lying with these bags dripping.
Oh.
And I just used to go by and look at her and I just thought, she's got so much to offer. She
Yes.
just can't lie in the bed like that.
That's right.
So we Googled online, my staff, and they found something where you could do a little online thing, Jiggy.
Okay.
And then my mom said, I can't do it. Just start for me, Jen. And then I started a little bit, and then she would read poems. Would you believe nobody cared what I was saying in the interview? They all just wanted to hear
To
my
hear your
mom.
mom.
I love it. Okay. Well,
It's a
it
true
was for
story.
her, so that's wonderful.
But on top of it, she decided that she wasn't going to do it. She says, I just can't do it by myself. Can you do it? And I'm not a quitter. And so I ended up continuing with the show.
Wow.
And guess what?
What?
Here we are like 13 years later. It's on demand.
Wow.
It's like a 20-something networks. We've got over 2,000 shows.
That's amazing.
We've had
That
folks
is
like
great.
Whoopi Goldberg, Alanis Morissette, Byron Katie, Russell Simmons. This is just to name a few.
My goodness.
All because of my mom and her purity.
Well,
And so
It's
we just
wonderful.
maintain it. And it's no commercial or anything. I
That's
just do
beautiful.
it because, like what you guys do. You said you were
Yeah.
doing this for 20 years and you like what you do.
yes. Well, we started events and started working with integrative healers, holistic modalities. And actually, our TV show came about because of the pandemic.
Well,
'Cause
tell
we-
me about that.
Well, because we couldn't do events, you know, in the New York City area, we all got shut down and we just had to pivot. So we started the TV show where we use the same message.
It
to
was
talk
at a
about.
time when people really needed it.
Yes.
And what we were doing, but we couldn't stop it. It was at a time where we really needed to get the message out. So via social media and then quickly to the TV show, just to be part of everyone that is doing
Sure.
this work and letting people know there's always hope and there are always other options.
I have to tell you now, it's so hard to produce and to distribute or market good television.
Yes.
I mean, anything that makes you feel better about yourself or moves you forward, like Facing Fear, that was directed by that incredible director, Bill Bennett.
Yes.
It's good. I mean, you scroll through it, you stop for a minute or two, and then you move on maybe to the drama, or there's such a smorgasbord of good stuff that you're just not interested anymore.
I am not drawn to the drama at all anymore. I mean, I look for the things that make me feel good, and I think that was really important during the pandemic and what the world has just gone through, that we need to look to the good.
We have to. Now, the thing is, especially for your audience and the folks who are even watching us today, sometimes they just turn off because it's too easy and it's too truthful. And I wonder that at what point will we just accept that we've got to put that in us if we're going to change all of this and to keep the beauty that we're seeing in the background here.
Well,
But
hopefully the movie, which was fabulous,
That was great.
and everyone should see it, because you are just this incredible light on screen.
You are.
And it was a host of amazing people. It sincerely was. But hopefully that movie is going to change the consciousness or bring people... Elevate it, bring people into awareness.
I think it does. I think everybody who watches it begins to question what's on the other side of their fear. And I think they'll start to look at their capacity, their potential, and their reason for being here. And hopefully this will be one of those keepsakes that you kind of put on every so often to keep getting a tool.
Yeah, I watch it many times over, I feel like.
Yeah.
If there is one thing that someone watching could take from the movie, what would that be? What do you hope that someone...
Well, I'll be very selfish to say that you have to take away the attachment to your ideas. Right.
Beautiful.
I think that you're, like I said in the
You
film,
talked about that. Yes.
you thought your way. You thought your way into this fear,
You have
and
to
I
think
suspect
your way
you
out.
think
Yeah.
your way out.
I
Yes.
love that. I said,
She's right. Yes. Yeah, it was like, yes, it's very simple in a way.
and it's
That
perfect.
lizard in my bathroom.
I know, that was great.
Yeah. It was like I looked at that lizard, and I'm like, gosh, it's so tiny. Oh gosh, please don't jump on me.
And it didn't, right? It didn't.
But I sure saw it. And
Yeah,
I did
right.
that. Anyway, so the point is, I loved another thing that I took away from it. Wherever there's like cloud or darkness in your mind, don't feed that. That's
Thank
you're
you.
fighting that fear, that question, or whatever. And the thing is, it's not that we don't know we're not supposed to feed that. It's just we just don't know where to find the power to do the right thing for ourselves. And I feel that's where the meditation and the introspection.
I think the movie showed a lot of tools, or gave a lot of tools for people to do exactly that, not feed into it, and what they could do instead. So I think it was very successful on that front.
I think it was successful on that and many others. I think everyone's experience, because people spoke from their personal experience with fear. So I know that there's 7-point-something billion of us in the world, and we will connect to one of those experts that says, yeah, I got it. That's my tool.
Yes.
Right.
That's my tool.
agree.
That's my tool. Well, look, guys,
Thank you for
enjoyed
all the
being
work.
here.
And we know you have to run, and we really enjoyed having you on our show.
We'd love to talk to you again in the future.
Yes, tell
thank you.
everybody how they can find out about you and
Just
all
go
of
to
it.
americameditating.org.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.
Do you want to restore your tooth enamel and eliminate sensitivities? Holistic Hacker here with my #1 hack for cavities, Dentite Tooth Armor. You may think you can't heal cavities, but I've done the research and it's actually possible with Dentite. Just brush it in. Studies show within 2 minutes it begins resurfacing tooth enamel and protects teeth 4 times stronger than fluoride. Dentite is a game changer for myself and so many others. Grab some at mfoods.shop and be pain-free today.
Thanks for watching today, and be sure to check out balanceyourlife.tv and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you'll be eligible to win a lot of our great giveaways.